OpenAI, Llama 3, Bedrock, Llama 3, Bedrock, NVIDIA, Bedrock, Llama 3, OpenAI, NVIDIA, Intel.
Who would have thought it would get so basic? Though, I wonder if we can accomplish things that we haven't thought as possible before. Okay, yeah, I'm done. Why haven't we said what this video is all about? It's all about the stack. Most of us have heard or have a tech stack, a bunch of tools that allow us to build and run an app. Now, it can include a flavor of programming languages, infrastructure, and frameworks, much like a recipe at a restaurant. And like we need ingredients, we also need the people to staff the location. Let's say we're at a coffee shop. A customer will first go to the customer area and interact with me, the barista. As the first line of defense, I'm known as the front end. I then place my order with the version of me doing the coffee. I need to process what the customer ordered, known as the backend, because the machines are always in the back. The backend needs to locate each ingredient, so we visit the storage room, aka the database. With the coffee beans and milk in hand, I have to check if I have sufficient energy to run the shop. I then look up to the sky, and the cloud delivers me the okay. So let's continue. Let's rework the same exercise, but with AI stacks in mind. AI stack is a tech stack, but for AI models. It needs tools, frameworks, and infrastructure, but this will enable training, deploying, and running AI systems. Now, the names for each layer will change, but it will remain the same process. In this scenario, there is a data layer that has the ability to learn from the past customer orders, making sure to always collect user data. The order is then handed off to the backend, which is now a compute layer capable of high processing power to make coffee quicker. Here, the engine is running, coffee is made, orders are processed, and everything runs efficiently. Here, with the model layer, predictions can be made for the customer so it doesn't have to go and select an ingredient that they don't like, but instead give the best recommendation that fits them. I can then be fancy and go ahead and recommend a new drink that I know that they will like. And before we even finish, we need a way for the customer to talk to us. Think of the application as a type of front-end since it interacts with the user, but it's not always UI-based. It can also be API-based or just in the background. For us, in this example, a self-serve kiosk can be present to recommend drinks based on the weather. Or a drive-thru with voice assistance, similar to an API sending orders, or a recommendation menu based on sales trends. Think Netflix. In this process, there's always somebody watching, monitoring, and judging to see if all AI models are accurate, reliable, and able to scale. Other concepts you might see lying around are the managed LLMs, which are large language models hosted on the cloud that you don't need to train on your own, and that's part of the compute layer. Then you have the UI, which are the user interface or how you interact with the AI, and that's part of the application layer. And then lastly, you have frameworks, which are a pre-built set of tools and libraries that allow for AI models to be trained, deployed, and built. That also includes a high level of abstraction, pre-built functions, and an evaluation of performance. And that is part of the model layer. And so with that, I leave you, and I hope to see you next time.